at Garden Home Growlers, which is a tap room in the city of Garden Home, Oregon. So today I'm going to be doing a video that is called #FABQ, which is also known as Frequently Asked Beer Questions, and it was originally posted by Tasting Nitch. I thought the video was a really good idea because I actually do get asked similar questions often, and I know that this video is going around, so I thought it would be really fun to keep it going and also tag some people at the end of the video. So let's get started. Question number 1. So my first beer, I think it's hard to say. I don't really remember, but it's probably either Negro Modelo or Dos Equis. And the reason why I remember those is because my dad used to drink them when I was growing up. So I'm pretty sure that either one of those was one of the ones that I first tasted as my first official beer. Other than that, my first craft beer that I ever tried was Arrogant Bastard. And it was actually a gift to Adam from one of his friends on his birthday. So we opened it and I remember tasting it, and it was just like way too much for me. Like I was like, oh no, I don't think I like this. It's like way too bitter. But it eventually turned into something that I was able to like. But yeah, I think my first craft beer for sure was Arrogant Bastard, and I did not like it at the beginning. And then my first regular beer, like I said, was either Negro Modelo or Dos Equis. I will have to say it was because of Adam. So it all started with that beer that we were gifted, and then after that, Adam and his friends got really into home brewing, and they just started learning more, and we started going to more breweries and learning more about craft beer. And the LA community for like craft beer is so nice, so welcoming. So it was really easy to get into. A lot of people were always wanting to share, new beers with you and tell you like which breweries to visit and things like that. So we really got into it when we lived in LA, and it was really fun. We would go visit new breweries all the time. We actually made tons of new friends because of it, and I just love it. So the reason why I beer geek out sometimes is because of Adam. I think that's kind of hard. I don't think I have a favorite beer. I like too many different styles, and I don't feel like I always go to the same beer over and over again. There are certain beers that are kind of like my go-to beers when I feel like I don't really want to order anything new, or I'm just not sure about the place, or they don't have like a great tab list. I usually go for Deschutes Black Butte, just because it's an easy, delicious beer, like easy to drink, and I really enjoy it. It's also, a lot of places carry it here in Oregon, so if I'm not liking the place, or I don't want to try anything that they may have on tap and they have Black Butte, I usually just get that. I wouldn't necessarily say it's my favorite beer, but it is my go-to beer when I don't know what to try. Most places that I go to and I'm visiting a new place, I tend to try their beer, so it's kind of hard to say. I don't think I have a favorite. It's hard. I don't think I want to have just one beer for the rest of my life. But if I had to have one, and this one's kind of weird because I don't actually remember the style of the beer, but I remember the beer very clearly. It was a cucumber beer from Brewing in Alhambra, California. And I remember we were hanging out at 38 degrees, and then Ohana's right next to it. So we just kind of walked over, and they had just brewed this cucumber beer. And it was summer, and I was drinking it, and I was like, this is amazing. It's so easy to drink. It tastes great. It was just like the perfect beer. I feel like I think that's something that I would like to have for the rest of my life, just because it's easy to drink, and I feel like I wouldn't get sick of it. But I don't really remember the style, which is such a bummer. I don't know if they brewed it again or not, but I really like that one. See, that was a memorable beer because it's been years and I still remember it, so I would say that one. I think the trick is that I don't drink too much. I know a lot of people see a lot of photos on my feed and things like that. I actually just tend to I taste a lot. I would say I'm a beer taster. I taste a lot of beer all the time. And on occasions I'll have, you know, like full pints or like a bottle or whatever. But I don't drink so much. I personally think. Also, I don't drink soda. I don't drink a lot of juices. I mean, any processed thing I don't drink. I drink tons of water, like tons of water. Water and tea, you will see me always drinking, but you will not see me drink like soda. It's really rare. Also for food, I haven't been eating dairy for a while, so that kind of helps. And I will eat dairy on occasions, but you know, like last month I didn't eat any. I try to balance my diet. I feel like Adam and I eat pretty healthy when we're at home. When we go out on occasions, you know, we'll have that like junk food or whatever, but at home we eat pretty healthy, so we kind of just stay with that. So I feel like balancing your diet, drinking lots of water, and then just not having that junk food or processed thing, it really does help out to stay healthy. I'm also working. I think that's kind of not, I hate when people say that, just because people that have like alcohol problems, it's a real thing, and it's not something that people should joke around. I don't have an alcohol dependency. There are, you know, I could go weeks without drinking anything, and that's fine. I don't crave it. It's just something that I enjoy doing when I go out and visit a new place, and you know, you're hanging out with people and you're sharing, you know, you're just having beers and having a good time, but that doesn't mean that you're an alcoholic. So no, I'm not an alcoholic, and I think people that do have that problem, it's something that, you know, people should take seriously and really just be mindful of when you're saying somebody's an alcoholic. My favorite ingredient would have to be probably bacteria. I would say lactobacillus, just because I love sours, and when they are done right, they taste amazing. And you know, that's how you get them. And I think that's pretty awesome. I really enjoy when the beer is super sour, and like you make this face, or it's just like, oh my god, it's so sour. Like those are the best sours in my opinion. I had a lot of sours that were just like, they're a little sour, or like, there's just a little kick. And those, even though they're good, they kind of disappoint me, just because I want it to be like sour, like really truly sour. So I would say my favorite ingredient is lactobacillus. I kind of sort of do, but not really. Adam brews, so I am a home brewer's assistant. Whenever he brews, I just assist doing things with him, but I have never brewed my own beer by myself. I always either help him or just watch, which is something I enjoy, and maybe someday I will brew my own beer, but to this day I haven't, so I'm just a home brewer's assistant. I think this is kind of a hard question. I don't think I really look up to anybody in particular, just because, I don't know. I don't really know how to answer this question. I don't look up to anybody in the beer community. I admire a lot of people. There's a lot of the brewers that I find their beer really amazing, and it's, you know, or the breweries that do a lot of stuff for their communities. I admire that kind of sense of goodness, I guess. There are people in LA and here in Oregon that do great things like Ex Novo. They're always donating and giving back to the community. In LA, there's multiple breweries that do the same thing. There are people, for example, Frances, or also known as Franny. She's this wonderful person in LA that is always advocating for craft beer and for the brewery. So I think that's pretty amazing. So there are some people that I admire. I wouldn't necessarily look up to them, but I definitely do think they're awesome. So yeah, and the whole beer community in general, the craft beer community is so giving and so nice that I think we just have an awesome community. So yeah. And last but not least, so the questions are over, and now I'm supposed to tag 5 people for this video. So the first person I'm going to tag is going to be Alan, who is the owner of Garden Home Growlers. As A, thank you for letting me film here, and 2, because I am really curious to know your answers to these questions. Person number 2, I'm going to tag my friend Brian Wick. He actually has a channel and he's into craft beer, but he never posts anything. So I told him I was going to go ahead and tag him so he starts his channel back up again. Number 3, I'm going to tag Kimberly, also known as ABV Girl. I know that she posts on occasions videos to her channel, but she's really active on Instagram and Twitter, so I'm hoping to see, maybe she'll get around too and film this video. It'll be really fun to hear her answers as well. So that's 3. Let's go ahead and tag my friend Matt from Reckless Eating. I know sometimes I see him and he has a couple of craft beers in his videos and in his posts, so I'm really curious to see if he has any of the answers for these. And last but not least, I am going to tag my friend Ryan. He is a brewer at Last Name Brewing in Oakland, California. So let's see if Ryan makes this video and shares his answers with us. I think it will be really interesting because he is a professional brewer, so I'd be really interesting to see what his answers are. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you next time.